So I know that was probably the longest intro in the entire world because mornings for us are really, really crazy. There's so much to do. Like I'm probably cut a bunch of it out just because there's so many like moving parts in the mornings, but the dogs are all fed, they're potty, the garden is watered, breakfast is made, Chip has already left for work. I just did like the worst blowout in the world with this because I kind of want to curl it, so I didn't want to do anything too crazy. I did also just do my lashes, but I don't think this is available anymore. So I don't know all the drama and the tea, but something happened between Lashify and You Cool Me, and Lashify did something to basically close down You Cool Me, and a lot of people were really upset about it. I don't know all the details, so I don't even think this brand's available anymore, but I still had lashes left, so I just went ahead and did those. I haven't done like under lash extensions in a while because I've just been doing lash strips, but now I want to do my red light therapy because I've been doing this in the mornings, but we also need to chat afterwards because things have hit the fan. Things have not been great. I'll just be honest, there has been so much going on and it's just been really, really crazy and chaotic, and I kind of want to catch you guys back up to speed, which also, sorry, my brain's all over the place, but this is a bug bite, so I don't think that the red light therapy is really gonna help that. I don't think anything's gonna get that to go away until it just goes away, but I also wanna open this while I'm in the bathroom. I have never, ever been complimented the way that I am whenever I wear this perfume, but I am all out, so I ordered a new one. If you are a vanilla girly, this is Chef's Kiss. Every time I wear this to work, I've told you guys, I just get complimented every single time without fail. It's just so good. I know I've shared this with y'all before, and I just recently shared it in my last Amazon video, which if y'all haven't seen that, go check that out. It has a lot of my current favorites on it. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. I don't think I brought a hair clip in here. I just do like this. This little piece wraps around. And this one is from Omnilux. I know there's lots of different red light therapy masks and they're all created differently, so definitely do your research before you're buying one, but this is the one that I like. And then I just go ahead, I'm gonna slide this on. Just have my lashes, have my lashes peeking through. And I kind of already have it fitted. It's like not too tight, it's pretty loose. And then this one, which I like, has the little things that you can like take these off whenever you're recharging it, and it has like little wall ports to recharge it. But I just turn it on like this, and then I can just put these in my pocket and go walk around. And I believe it goes for 10 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So now let's just go ahead and go just relax. I take this time to myself to just chill. So let's go do that, and then we'll chat. All right, now that I am all Iron Man'd out, I kind of wanted to curl my hair. I'm just gonna use my T3 because this one like rotates, and my wrist has been flaring up a lot lately. I kind of feel like I need to go back to my rheumatologist and talk to them about potentially changing my medicine again, which sucks, but the last like few weeks, oh, there's a butterfly on the flowers out there. I've just been flaring up a lot, and it's been really painful and annoying. I don't know if anybody gets this with their rheumatoid arthritis or with their autoimmune, but I tend to flare up like right before I'm gonna get my period, or like right around that time without fail. It's doing really good today though. It's not nearly as swollen, but sometimes in certain videos that I'll film, like you'll see how huge it is. But another thing that has been going on, after I had gotten back from London, in this video I told y'all that I was doing a birthday dinner with some of my family the next day. Well, literally on the way to my birthday dinner, my truck starts basically kind of like braking. Like I would try to speed up and it would like kind of like throw me forward and like not really switch into the next gear. And I was like, this is not good. So then I called Chip and he's like, hey, I think it could be like your turbo or your transmission or something. He's like, I don't think it's safe to drive, but I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like we live in the country, so I'm on like a one side road. There's nowhere to park. There's nowhere to put the truck. I'm just gonna keep it first gear, drive really slow all the way home. And that's kind of what I did. But then the next day was my birthday and I'm like, I just want to break from everything. I just want to like relax, because like I'll talk to you in a minute, but more things have been going on besides this, and I just wanted a day to not think about it. But then the next day, of course, you got to come back to reality, and I was like, all right, we got to do something. So we ended up taking the truck over to an automotive place nearby and dropping it off. And after a couple days when they were able to look at it, they basically said that it's the transmission. So basically they said it's going to be close to $10,000 to replace it. And so at this point, Chip has already been begging me for the last 2 years to trade my vehicle in, but I just love my truck. And you know, I finally got done paying it off just a couple months ago, and I was so excited not to have a vehicle payment again. Chip had to work all weekend, so I had to basically wait. And then finally, when he got a day off, we went to go look at some vehicles and just see what our options are. And I hate car salesmen. I don't want to say all, but I hate most. I'll just be completely honest. I don't like the vibes. I don't like the pressure. I don't like anything. And so I kind of went in there just being like, listen, I am not going to purchase a vehicle today. I don't want to make any decision spontaneously. This is a big decision. It's going to cost a lot of money. I just want to see what the options are about replacing the transmission and paying for that. Should I even fix it? Is it worth more just like not even doing that and then just towing it here? There's another butterfly, so pretty. I was very upfront about that, and I feel like at first he got it, but then suddenly it was like him, and then he brought over 2 more people, and then it really did get really pushy, which was a little bit frustrating. They were showing me the brand new 2025 Ford Lariats, which would basically be the exact same truck that I have right now, just the newer version. But when I got my truck, it was used, and it was only like a couple years old, and I think it was like 30,000 miles on it. But it has a towing package with these towing mirrors that oh, it's a hummingbird now. Oh my gosh, I wish I could flip y'all around so y'all can see everything. Which those mirrors, I didn't see them on a single other vehicle, like not one did I see them on. And I love them because you can basically see everything out of them, and they're so useful. The new Ford Lariat, like, don't get me wrong, there are some things about it that are really, really nice, but it just didn't seem like there was any large update that really made it worth spending basically another $60,000 and doing a car payment again. Long story long, they basically said they would give me $5,000 to trade in my truck as is without fixing the transmission. And y'all, I came back home and I cried. I really cried because I felt like also some features of my truck that I love, I wouldn't be able to replicate. But everybody was telling me like the logical thing is that I need to trade in my truck. And so it just felt overwhelming. I came home and just cried. I wasn't excited about the vehicle. I wasn't excited about spending $60,000 on a vehicle that I'm not excited about. Like, the whole thing was just frustrating. But then we decided that we were gonna do a blind bid to see what the vehicle is worth if we had a fixed transmission. And so we did something called a blind bid, which I've never heard of this before, but it's really, really cool. So if you're gonna sell your vehicle, you might consider doing this. But essentially you can go in there and like put in all the details about your vehicle, and like you can put in like all the aftermarket stuff that you've had done like we did and all that stuff, and basically they'll blind bid on the vehicle without ever even seeing it. So we did this and we got a blind bid of $20,000. So essentially that was gonna end up making us a profit of $5,000 to $6,000 for the vehicle if we fixed the transmission. So obviously it was a no-brainer. It just made sense to fix the transmission. This has already been like a week and a half at this point, and I have not been able to get to work because Chip is working, so he can't just take me to the airport and pick me up, and then renting a car was gonna be expensive. So I've basically not been able to work while we've been trying to figure this whole thing out, but they've had it for a few days of working on it, so I'm hoping it's gonna be done really, really soon. I guess after that, I'll have a truck at least for a little bit, and then we're gonna start vehicle shopping and seeing if there's something that we really like. But I think having the transmission fixed at least takes the pressure off of me to like have to do something immediately and make like a split decision like spontaneously and then not like the decision I made. But the other thing that has been going on in the background of all of this is in the last month, all of the dogs have gotten fleas. So I went out and got Frontline because when I did research, a lot of things said that that was a great one to use. And I treated not just all 6 of the dogs, but I also treated Boots, which is the neighborhood cat that we've kind of taken in as well, hoping that would help eliminate the problem. But it did not kill all the fleas off of them. And then I've been bathing them with Dawn, hoping that would help. I've been vacuuming every day and doing all the things. So finally, Smokey had a vet appointment that she was gonna have to see because she gets seizures. And so in order to stay on her seizure medication, she had to do a checkup. So I talked to the vet while we were there, which I learned this that I did not know. Whenever I told him what we've been dealing with, he said, let me guess, there has been a cat or cats nearby. And I'm like, how did he know this? I've never heard of this before. And he said the common flea that like dogs get is like the cat flea. So basically if you have cats in the area, whether they're like stray cats or outdoor cats or whatever, most of the time they will bring fleas, especially he said this year has been a huge problem. He said the fleas have just been crazy this year, but also the neighbors behind us have cats, outdoor cats as well. I don't know if they're stray cats or if they just hang about, but they'll run across the yard and be back there and all that stuff. I don't think it helped that we were trying to do the right thing by Boots, that when it was thunderstorming and all that stuff, we brought him inside. And just so we're clear for anybody that doesn't know, we've already had Boots like vaccinated and all that stuff and dewormed. So the vet told us that Frontline used to be considered like the top flea thing, but nature always has a way of adapting to that stuff. And he said, especially if you're bathing them, because you can essentially wash it off because it's a topical, that he told us that we should get Brevecto because that helps with the live fleas, and it's a little like pill thing, like not pill thing, it's like a chewable that they'll eat. But he said that just does the live fleas, and as far as like the little eggs and I forgot what the other stages, there's 4 live stages of a flea. But he said for that, there's something called like Solenta, I believe, which is a heartworm preventative, but it also helps with that stage of flea prevention. But he said why fleas can be so pesky is because they have a pupa stage. And while they're in that pupa stage, there is basically nothing you can do to kill them. And on top of that, they can stay dormant in that pupa stage for up to a year. So he said that's why some people think that they've gotten rid of the problem, and then as soon as they slip up on their flea preventative, it all just comes back and is awful. So that has been extremely frustrating trying to deal with, like washing everything constantly, cleaning everything constantly, washing the dogs, laundry, all the things to try to minimize the flea stuff. But I think finally we're getting ahead of it and we've got like a good solution. And most likely I'm going to have our bug people, because we already have them, come spray out, because when we first moved here, we had a ton of black widows all around the house. So I am most likely gonna have them come treat the inside of the house as well as the lawn, so we can keep this at bay. Sorry y'all, my camera battery died. And then the funny thing is that I didn't bring a mirror in there. I was just using the camera, so I basically had to finish my hair without a mirror because I was too lazy to go unplug it and wait for it to heat up again somewhere else. And I'm just putting a little bit of the Way hair oil in my hair. I'm not gonna do anything fancy with my makeup or anything like that, since we're basically stuck at home now without a vehicle. And honestly, I'm kind of going a little bit stir crazy. So I really would like to get out of this house at some point and go do something, because I just feel like it's just been a lot. And mind you, while all this has been going on, I just got over an upper respiratory infection that was like 2 weeks long. And then before that, my computer had broken on a layover, so I haven't been able to work. So it's just been like back to back to back to back. So everything just feels like it's one of those, like when it rains it pours, you know what I mean? Like when one thing happens, it just all comes tumbling down. That's definitely how it's felt. And I feel like I've kind of been feeling a little bit in a funk. I really have. I really just have been not feeling like myself. Such a weird year, not in a good way. Not in a good way. But you know what? There's time for it to turn around. There is always time for it to turn around. And you know, when things go down, they usually come right back up afterwards. So optimistic, but yeah, it's just been a lot lately. But at least on the bright side, I don't have to cook anything today, because yesterday I ended up making a large batch of Japanese curry. Now, if you ask me what meal reminds me the most of my childhood, this is it. This is definitely it, that every time I have this, I eat this, I smell this, it takes me back. Like, I just love it. It's just kind of a family recipe that's been passed down. And then in this one, I have some pickled radish. Now, my family always eats this with pickled ginger, but I'll be honest, I'm not a big pickled ginger person. And then also, I'm most likely going to be flying again tomorrow, because Chip has this Monday off, which is tomorrow, and then he has Wednesday off. So I feel like that's perfect for me, that I can actually pick up, this rice is like all clumped together. I'm trying to like break it up. But I feel like that's perfect for me, that I can actually go ahead and work a 3-day, and then he can take me to the airport tomorrow and then pick me up Wednesday. And hopefully while I'm gone, my truck will be ready and then I won't have to worry about that. So after I'm done eating, I'm gonna get on the trade board and then just start watching to see if there's anything good dropping. I would really prefer a high time trip since I've already kind of messed up my schedule with this whole thing. And I did consider renting a car because I know somebody's gonna ask that, but I just felt like it's gonna get expensive because I didn't know how long I was gonna be without a vehicle. And at this point it's been like 2 weeks. So I just thought it would get a little bit pricey, especially if like a rental's like, I don't know, $50 something a day. And it would be basically renting a vehicle just to have it sit in the airport parking lot. But because I haven't flown yet this month, that basically means I'm gonna be flying a lot back to back to back. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave real fast. That basically means that I'm going to be working a lot back to back to back. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing that, I'm sure. That's all right. I feel like at least now I'm talking to you and I have more answers than questions, whereas the last like kind of week or two has felt like a lot more questions than answers on what we're going to do. So anyways, that's kind of what's been going on so far. So hopefully I'll be back to resuming things tomorrow per usual. Good morning, you guys. So it's the next day. Yes, I'm still in the same hoodie. I'm about to jump in the shower, so I just haven't changed yet. Yeah, hi, Poofer. Yeah, hello, mama. But last night, what you missed is I got a notification probably around like 11:30 because I had a bid in and I completely forgot with the open system. So it's called TTS. It's like the open system with the company when trips open up. And I had put in for an international 3-day for this weekend and I completely forgot about it. And I ended up picking up London, but I was like looking at my schedule and I'm like, I really actually need to work today, preferably. And thank goodness somebody actually posted in our flight attendant trade board. So that one is called ETB and that's the one where like flight attendants will post their trips, whereas the companies is like TTS, and that one runs every single night, whereas ETB is just like 24/7 people posting stuff and it like kind of moving. But somebody posted that they just got back from Sao Paulo this morning and they had London today but would love to trade it for an IPD a little bit later, and my London actually fell in the window they were looking to trade, so I just sent them the request and I was like, hopefully maybe it'll switch, and it did. So we are going to be working London today, so I'm gonna shower, start packing my bags, doing laundry, all that stuff. So back to flying finally, which I'm really excited, and I'm also excited to get out of the house. I won't even lie. I'm very excited to get outside of these walls for a little bit. Like, my house is lovely, but I definitely am going stir crazy and I'd like to talk to somebody other than Chip and just the dogs. But hopefully you enjoyed this little video of us just catching up. And if you did, if you wouldn't mind giving it a big old thumbs up, pressing that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye. You say bye. Bye.